ಕನ್ನಡ ರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಕನ್ನಡ ರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು
for making a fantabulous movie on our Kannadiga Captain Gopinath Surarai Potro. Sir, my question is about visual treat of Kanguva. As you said, without using the lights, cameraman Vetri has made a movie, right? So how Shiva's inputs press for this movie? Basically, he's also a cinematographer, right? So what are the techniques they have used?
So usually any scene, when you recreate any scene from paper to screen in front of camera, it is about staging. Where you're going to start the scene. No, how many, like is it going to, you're going to start from this cell phone and then go to the actor, or you're going to start away straight from a complete master shot, or know how the actors are going to enter the frame. So Shiva sir and Vetri, they both have been classmates. Shiva sir is also from the Film Institute and he's a gold medalist. They both are batchmates. So their understanding is amazing. And every time a scene takes a very different, whatever you see on a scene paper is not what is happening actually on the shooting day. In fact, I would say like there's no scene paper also. It's all mostly in Shiva's head, and he'll give you small notes. So this is the dialogue, and that day morning you will be knowing your dialogue. We know the scene, we know the story, we know the screenplay, we know what is happening. Every moment is known. But he believes in improvising his dialogues till the last minute before the shot goes. Most of the directors have experienced, even Rolex was done like that. Just that day morning I got the scene paper, and just before going into the sets, the final dialogues were finalized and written. And the staging, of course, there was no plan, it just went by the flow. So visually, Shiva sir is wonderful in green mat also. So a director, it's a blessing. It's a blessing for any actor and any producer if a director has all this experience. One man having all this experience. Usually you rely on a CG technician or a chief technician to come and help you with the CGI, or a stunt coordinator to help you with that, or of course a cinematographer to help you with it. But Shiva sir has been an editor at the age of 12-13 for 6 years. Then he's been a cinematographer for the longest time, and from the Film Induced gold medalist, and he's been a director for at least some 20-30 films, and he's also very good with literature. So ninga vandu pesringa, you want to come on the stage and talk, because I think there's something important to talk for you. Okay. So cinematographer, editor, and a director, a screenplay writer, somebody who is very good with literature. For all of that experience, you are blessed to be an actor under him. You are blessed to be a producer for him. So Kanguva has got the right team, I would say. And Shiva sir has added a lot of value for this film. I don't know why he didn't do such a film for all these years. I feel lucky. So whenever there's a dream project for a director, I am luckily being placed in between that. And I should also say, Venkat Garu, such lovely people are important for this film industry. So every time there's a new blood which is important to come into the industry, and that fresh blood makes the industry go on for some more time. I've had a lot of other language speaking directors also through Venkat Garu. I've been introduced through him, and hopefully he's thirsty, he wants to do something big. So it's my responsibility to associate with a very good project. And for the longest time we are talking, and hopefully we'll come with a very good one, an important one.
So you and Bobby Deol have acted together on the screen. So what do you feel about that?
So as I said, sir, it is just not a film which is restricted to one language. I think Bobby Deol sir, when he had come and we were shooting, Animal had not released. Nobody has seen Animal. Shiva sir had seen a video clip of Bobby Deol sir in a CCL match or in an airport, and he immediately liked Adira's character's name. They are from another island, and they worship, their deity is blood. Like Kanguva's deity is fire, the fire god, and for them Udiran is blood. So he was just waiting for Udiran to come, and as he saw Bobby Deol sir in an Instagram reel or a post, I think he immediately liked it, and we approached. It was his generosity. He was very large-hearted to accommodate this time because he was doing some 4-5 films. He sacrificed festivals, he sacrificed family holidays, he definitely compromised must be on his salary, so many things, and it was him who like made it happen. Kanguva, he's within it because of more his effort, I would say, and it was immediately brotherhood. The day he entered, it was not looking like a person who we have looked upon like for the 20 years. He's 3 years senior to me, but it looked like we knew each other for the last 20-30 years. And that's the kind of friendship and warmth he gave all of us. He was a darling to work with. 15 days we had a lot of memories. We were able to share so many memories about his family and my family. He's a complete another family man. Most of the dialogues and most of the conversation was based on our family, and from the date he proposed, the day he met his wife, and how everything happened and how everybody was supporting in his ups and downs. He's an open book. He's completely an open book where he I don't know. I have never seen such a warm person before. In 5 minutes, we just clicked like that, and he stood so tall for this film. He stood really strong for this film. He gave everything for the climax, for all the stunt sequences. It's not easy to speak another language and act, but he gave everything. Like as I said, it's not about money. It is not about just a job, doing a job and going. Everybody has invested a lot of love for Kanguva to happen. So.
ಲೋಕೇಶ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್.
ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಸರ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ವೆಂಕಟ್ ಸರ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಕನ್ನಡ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇತ್ತೀಚಿನ ವರ್ಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾಗಳು ಬಂದರೂ ಸಹ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಕಂಗುವಾ ಮೂವಿನ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 300 ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, 400 ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಆಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ತಮಿಳ್ ಮೂವಿ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಅಶ್ಯೂರ್ same number of theaters in Tamil Nadu for Shivanna's Bhairatirangal movie?
So I think I am genuinely not a part of a distribution circle, and I would really wish and would want to, if there is any collaboration and if somebody is having a meeting and sitting and saying like, no, can we do something together, and if such a conversation happens, I will go to any extent to talk to my distributors, to anybody, and to whatever power I have, I would be a part of that, and I would do that. There's no looking back on that at all. If there's a conversation, I would call anybody. I will knock any doors to make such a thing happen. But it's a different world. Marketing is a different world. Distribution is a different world, and of course, theater owners. It's a completely different world. To my extent, to whatever power, to my capability, whatever I can do, I will go all out, and that too, Shivanna, I will go all out, and I will be doing.
Hi, this is Pramod Hegde from Vijay Karnataka.
One second. Let him complete.
This is
ಸೂರ್ಯ ಸರ್, ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀನಾರಾಯಣ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ.
ತುಂಬಾ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಗುವಾ. ಈಸ್ ಆ ಟ್ರೈಲರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಹಾಲಿವುಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾರೆಟ್ಸ್ ಕೆರಿಬಿಯನ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾದ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ನೆನಪಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಸಿನಿಮಾಕ್ಕೂ ನಿಮ್ದು ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಸಿದ್ಧತೆ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕಂಗುವಾ ಪಾತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು? ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನೀವೊಬ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೌತ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿನಿಮಾಗಳು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ 38 ಭಾಷೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ವೈಡ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಆಗಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ?
So during COVID is when the whole idea came to do a larger format film, a larger canvas film, and also to push boundaries, and how can we increase the emotions? How can we tell a larger show a larger world, show a varied emotion. So all that came, of course, after the OTT explosion happened. Shiva Garu had 2-3 scripts, and Nyanamelu Garu was very, very ambitious to invest this money and say like, let's go ahead and do something like this. It's high time in Tamil we did a film like this, and that's how the whole idea started. I think as you heard to the previous question which I answered, it's just not an action film, but it also has a lot of emotions, which is the core of this film. It's about 3 islands, and what if these islands have a divide with power, divided by economic their stability? What if there is a conflict, and what if there's a foreign invasion? And how their core faith will hold? Will their core faith change? And what will the warrior, a person who's Kanguva, who stands for his community, to what extent he will go and he will stand for his people. And the core emotion is very different because it's a promise. And how is he standing tall for his promise? And I don't want to say more about the film, but that's the kind of emotion which happens in this film. And I've never played a warrior. We have seen Troy, we have seen 300, or we have seen so many films, and we have just been in awe of those films, and we've never thought of recreating something like that for the last 20 years, 25 years. But as I said, thanks to Rajamouli Garu and films like Kantara and KGF, we are able to push boundaries. We are not just controlled by the market forces, saying this actor, this director can invest only so much money and they can do only such a film. We are able to do this because of the love and the encouragement we are getting from all over, not only our state, from all the other states. Because of this support, we are able to invest further. And of course, we are not finishing a film in 80 days and rushing it. We all are investing time. Like how Bahubali took 5 years, this has taken almost 2.5 years. And none of them, when they see money and when they see their remuneration and no, I'm working for this and I can only do this, such films will never get made. So from the entire cast and crew, from 3,000 people have worked day and night for more than 170 days just for the love of good cinema. And of course, for the love what my director Shiva Garu radiates in the floor, in the shooting spot. We all worked for our director, we would say. He's such a positive person, and he really kept motivating those 3,000 people every day. It was a joy working under my director Shiva Garu.
Surya,
Both. To start with, 27 years, most of your films have been released in Bengaluru also, and people have watched. People know you as a star, but you're more than an actor. Also, you're very experimental in your films. How experimental was Kanguva for you?
Usually I go back to my personal experience to be that character. Whenever there's a character given, I try to see which is closer to my personal life experience, and that's how I draw my emotions. That's how I make it as real as possible. Kanguva was a very, very different world, which is 700,000 years back. But I really have a lot of respect and love for my director's writings and the choice of words and his briefing. Kanguva character, Kanguva stands for his word. He stands for his people. And what come may, he's not a fighter, but he's a warrior. I have a lot of respect for Kanguva as a character, and maybe I have said this before, I would like to repeat. I would like to be Kanguva in real life. Whenever there's a word given, I would want to completely stand for it. And that's the character I've played. And it also talks about forgiveness, which is the most purest form of love. And the whole sequence is just not an action sequence, which is, you obviously see in the trailer, but there's a lot of underlying emotion in the film. It will just not be like an action sequence or a video game, but the whole core and the backbone of the film is the emotion. So I completely had a lot of respect, and I fell in love with Kanguva.
Okay, sir. Secondly, for it, I want to know whether you believe this. Any film success depends on the response coming from Bengaluru especially. How do you explain this, sir?
I think it's a wonderful place where all of us would love to come and stay here. Be it people from other states, other language speaking people from US when they want to come back and settle in India. They of course talk about Bengaluru. So you have a collective response which is happening here. It's just not restricted to one language or just one sensibility. If it's accepted here in Bengaluru, we take it for granted that everybody has watched it in all languages possible. Collectively, they have accepted the film and they have appreciated the film. So definitely looking forward for the first call from Venkat Garu.
But is it the revenue you earn from Bengaluru or the kind of response for your acting? And
I will stay back with the love they have given for the film. I'm also a producer, I'm also an actor, but in this I'm an actor. But even if I was a producer, my first call or the first response I will be waiting for is the acceptance and the love they have given in the gallery, in the theaters. That will be my first wait.
Okay,
Ma'am,
so
ma'am,
hello.
I said I have more than a couple of questions. You postponed the movie. Today, you're okay to come with Bhairati Ranagal with Shivaraj Kumar. You felt it's an ordinary film or something like that?
See, as you know, it's a film which is released in all languages possible, and whatever is the best possible date is what everybody is hoping and wanting to happen. It is actually not that intense at all. Shivana is the dearest Anna for me. Hopefully you should be knowing every festival or every day we always had 10-12 films releasing, and I'm hoping like now for Diwali Singham has released and Bulbul has released, and both are collecting 100 crores. And why you think people will go for only one film? Why you think people will boycott one film and not go for one film, or one film will overshadow the other film? That is not going to.
On 10th only, that was the case.
Yeah, and the film also was not ready, ma'am. The 3D version also was not ready. Even now, the censor is still happening. We had also post-production work going on the side. That might have been one reason, but we had so many reasons for the release date changing.
Ma'am,
49 was my age. I'm 49 years old, and I took 100 days. It was a 100 days diet, and thanks to my trainer Nirmal, who stood by me with food, and 24 hours he was with me, and I was able to do it. And this decision also happened while shooting it. We didn't think of doing this at the beginning of the film. While shooting, the sequences changed, the location changed, the whole idea changed, and then there was a need to do it. So it was all like a crash course. 100 days we were able to do it.
Surya sir,
Yes.
Surya sir, this is Ravi Kumar, ETV News ಇಂದ. ಸರ್,
Good afternoon,
ನಿಮ್ಮ
sir.
ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಸಿನಿಮಾ